What's up guys, this is the review dude. Today I'm out at Sound Select Johannesburg. We're going to be reviewing the Pioneer DDJ 1000 SRT. So without further ado, let there be light. First impression of this controller is that it looks and feels really premium. All the parts are good, just what you would expect from Pioneer. It is a 4-channel controller. You can play up to 4 tracks at the same time, which means that each deck is capable of playing 2 different tracks by use of the layer button on either side. So obviously layer 3 and 1 and layer 2 and 4, which would correspond to these numbers here on the mixer. The mixer's got your standard pre-fader effects as well as your post-fader effects. It's got your mic input as well as your controls for your mic, all your EQ, just what we've seen on any other Pioneer mixer. It also has your loop functions on each channel, as well as your selection buttons on either side. All of this, what I'm saying, the performance pads with the roll and the slice of the hot cues, being able to loop and set the size of your loop, we've all seen this before. It's in most controllers these days. So I'm going to talk about what makes this controller stand out. A controller is a compact version of what you would normally find in a DJ booth at a club or any kind of venue. A controller makes everything smaller so that a DJ can travel with it, a DJ can have it in his or her room, and also just to make things more easier with one piece of equipment rather than having 3. Now, no matter what anybody says about what they prefer, having a compact and smaller controller somewhat makes the DJ feel smaller. And I'm not going to speak on behalf of all DJs, but man, there's just nothing worse than having a small little jog wheel that you have to try and scratch on or beat match on. You kind of just look smaller. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's just how I feel. When I looked at this controller, I saw the full size jog wheel, and that made me happy. If you're getting this to DJ at home or in your bedroom, it's going to translate to what you're going to DJ on at the clubs and at the events with the full-sized jog wheel and a full-length pitch slider. So that is great. Big ups to Pioneer for keeping that the original size. Now let's talk about the deck, right? It's got an LCD display on the screen which shows you your BPM and your pitch percentage, as well as your time elapsed and your time remaining. We've seen that before. It's really clear. It really looks good. Now, if you're a touring DJ, this controller is just as good because obviously you've got your full-size platter and full-size pitch slider for your performances. However, it does come out with an external power supply. We call it a brick. Okay, I know a lot of DJs are not going to like that. It's just an extra piece of equipment to pack in your bag. On the back, you've got 2 outputs. One is balanced, one is unbalanced. You've got a balanced XLR output, and right next to that, you've got an unbalanced RCA output. The booth output is a 1/4-inch balanced jack, which is great. Again, it's translating to the professional equipment that you would get in a DJ booth, because this is what we would normally see on a professional mixer in a club. Okay, the microphone input has got 2 inputs: the XLR jack combo input, as well as just the jack input. So effectively, you've got 2 microphone inputs. Now, another thing that stands out on this controller is that it has 2 USB inputs, which means that I could assign 2 channels to USB A and 2 channels to USB B, which means that you could have 2 DJs playing back to back, or it makes switching between DJs seamlessly and smooth. It also has RCA inputs on the back, which will allow you to plug in external CDJs or even a turntable, because 2 of those channels can be switched to phono, which would mean that you could plug in 2 turntables and 2 CDJs and just utilize the mixer, which is a great feature to have. This controller does not support USB. It only plays through your PC or laptop. And as mentioned, this is the first Pioneer controller that is made specifically for Rca DJ Pro. Another feature that we see on professional Pioneer DJ equipment is the Jog Adjust, which will adjust the tension of the jog wheel. Now, we normally see that on high-end CDJs. Big ups to Pioneer for putting it on a controller. So this is perfect for any DJ that can't afford the big massive DJ setup that's in the clubs and just wants something for his room or for a radio station or for a touring DJ. This will fit on the overhead compartment on the airplanes. So it's perfect for any DJ like that. It's well priced, it feels good quality, and if you're a Rca fan, this is the controller for you. My name is The Review Dude. Please leave a like and subscribe. See you next time. Boom, 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 boom.